Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to another video of SR guys. Today is day 31. Can proudly say I made it to another day of semen retention, boys. Yesterday that I made a video, first time ever making a video, guys. And after that, I had to run some errands, go out, do some errands. And, I had one of like craziest experiences. I don't know if it's me or if it's just the people, with their anxiety, with whatever problems they have going on. So yeah, like the first one, I was crossing a road, and this lady just decided to honk. She went like hella close to me and like sped, and I knew she was like a couple hundred feet away still, so I didn't really mind it. And that was one. And then after I did all my errands on my way back home, like I was going through a street again, and this guy honked at me, and he told me like, "Hey, what the fuck is your problem?" And I told him like, "Bro, just pull up, see what you gonna do about it." And he did, guys. He actually did pull up. He pulled up, and he acted like he was gonna go inside the building. And I was like, nah, get your ass out of there. You ain't from here, homie. You pulled up for me. And he acted like he was gonna go inside, and then he went back inside his car. I was like, man, yeah, that's what I thought, punk ass. Like, all these people, like, they live off of comfort, they live off of their fucking anxieties, and like they expect that like the world is gonna like favor them always, I was like, yeah, get back in your car, bruh. And he did that shit like a good boy, And that's another thing, guys, like I was saying about yesterday, Anyways, guys, I had to delete a couple of apps, of like pictures, videos that weren't really making any use at all. That's why my video cut. But anyways, guys, people are gonna try to belittle you, try to make you feel like, like you don't deserve a spot in this world. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, guys, to be honest with you guys, I walk to work. I do my walks. I walk to work. I walk to the groceries. I'm not going to like movie theaters. I'm not going out with people. I barely have any friends. If anything, my coworkers are my friends. So, like I feel like life really hit me, Life hit me pretty hard. And, I don't live with my mom. I don't live with my parents. I only have one brother. My brother is, out of state. He has his own thing going on. So, I feel like life hit me pretty hard, guys. And with that being said, like, me depleting myself, me, abusing substances, smoking, doing all this extra stuff for no reason was really erasing myself from having an identity and having a spot here in this world, With that being said, guys, like, just more things are gonna get weirder. More things are gonna, might like aggravate you, because like now that you see the world as like a reality, as like a real life thing, it's like, well, I have the willpower now. I have the balls to, do what I really want to do and live by the day instead of by like last year, or, like, oh, I was fucking with this female, and oh, like I need to, like stay on that because that was the best time of my life. Like, nah, bro. Like, I still have shit on Google Photos that I'm still like, damn, like I really did this. Like, damn, I wish I could go back to that. you know. And guys, it's a hard thing to do, you know, like it's a hard thing to like delete stuff, to get back on the like on in the rhythm, guys, on the synchronicity of life, bro, of like, you know, saving money, knowing where your money is going, knowing where your time, you know, most of it is the time, you know, your effort. Are you really doing what you're supposed to be doing at the best capable state that you can possibly be doing? You know, those are the things I'll be asking myself now. Like, am I really putting in all the right time, all the right effort into my day-to-day? You know, today they asked me like, oh yeah, today's your day off, because, you know, like today I did have my day off work, and I was like, bro, honestly, your day off doesn't even feel like a day off, homie. Like, you know, I gotta do laundry, I gotta do groceries, I gotta do all this other stuff. That way my life can keep on progressing and not stay like stagnant, you know. Like I feel like I take more in consideration on that side. I feel like I was more irresponsible when it came to like doing what I was supposed to be doing as a human being, as a grown man, like, you know, these YNs be saying. But that doesn't mean like I stopped doing the things I love, you know. Like, I still play video games, bro. Like, that's one thing I think I'm gonna always do. Is play video games. Why? Because there's video games that like represent the future, you know. Like, what's gonna be the earth in like 2200, bro? Like, you know, in like Star Wars, or like these other different games, you know, that like represent that. I just love that, bro. With that being said, there's time management, you know. I'm not saying to always be on video games. Like I said before, I'm going to the Marines, boys, to feel the proud, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you're going into the Marines, there's a good way of like, you know, taking in consideration, motivating yourself to be on retention. Cause I even thought about it, you know, like what if I go in there and I'm still addicted to like porn, I'm still addicted to like drinking, to like doing these like little bad things, bro. Like, imagine being in the campus and dealing with all this extra shit, bro. Like, hell no, man. Like, I'm not gonna be that type of person, bro. And I don't want to be that type of person, you know. I want my goals to be clear. I want, you know, a life that matters, that, you know, I'm gonna leave something good for my upcoming kids. You know, I'm single right now. I don't see why I should have a female if I can't provide nothing, you know. So that being said, guys, like, you know, being on retention is honestly a cool experience. I highly recommend it. You know, even on like day 7, guys, you'll feel the benefits. You'll feel more like clear mind. You'll feel more like motivated, more centered. And I'm not gonna lie, bro, there's times where I get high, where my urge is just like at peak, and it makes me feel like shit, guys. Genuinely, like, why? Because like, it's so easy, guys. It's so easy to fall into the trap of just busting a nut, you know. Like, oh, you know, I ate some good food, I played some video games, you know, I saw this bad female, you know, doing this, doing that. Like, it's so easy, guys. And just the mental part, the mental clarity of getting that through, guys. It's just it's hard, guys. It really is. But at the end of the day, at the end of the tunnel, there's the light. You'll feel it when you're working out. Like right now it's like 30 degrees Fahrenheit outside, and your body just kind of like accustoms to it. It's like you feel like your body connects, your neurons, your blood vessels feel a little more hot. That's just how I feel. I was born in the coast, guys. I'm from Mexico, right? And this is all, you got the mountains over there. All this is new environment to me. This is a new breed, you feel me? Like, my genetics have to get used to it. With that being said, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, you'll feel your body like feel more warm, feel like it's more connected because you're retaining, it's like a little warmer. I don't know how to explain it, but back then when I used to like smoke weed and just be a depleted fuck, like I feel like my bones would get so cold, bro. That too, bro. The bone density, so many years, bro. I wasted so much of my seed that I feel like I did lose bone density. I feel like I did, lose a little bit of my power, I guess, as a man, bro. But it's never too late, right? Like they say, it's never too late to get back in motion, save whatever is left. I'm still working on that jawline, boys. That's another one. I do not recommend working at a fast food environment. All that food has hormones that mess with you at the end of the day. And I guess that's something I didn't know until now. I just went for I'm not gonna have to waste that much money on food, but in the long run it's affected me more than it's benefited me, So yeah, guys, day 31, this is my experience. It's more of a win than a loss at the end of the day. I got paid today as well, and I thought I was gonna be happy, guys. I thought I was gonna be like excited, like happy, like joyful, and I'm like, damn. And then like I remember all the things that I owe, all the bills that I have, and that kind of bummed me out this morning. I'm not gonna lie, it bummed me out. I was like, man, this loop, bro, like this loop is not it. And I was bummed out this morning, but now that I see where I'm at, other things that I'm not buying, I don't have a car, all right, like I have 2 legs, I can walk, New York style, like I call it. A lot of people in New York walk all the time. What difference is it in another part of the earth? I don't see it as a city anymore. I see it more as like, this was once a forest. This was once a place where people used to just walk, like they used horses to get going, bro. So, like take it more deep, bro. Take your conscience to another level. Take your ability as a man, as a person who has 2 balls, able to make some testosterone. Like what is the human body able to do? You hear so much complaints about, oh, it's cold. Oh, I had to defrost my car. Oh, this. Oh, that. Like, damn, bro. Like, that's how you sound when you're fucking depleting yourself. Oh, And or like, you know, when these little impulses, when you buy candy, when you buy shit that's gonna affect you in like in your health, you know, like they be making, I'll count myself, bro, like that's me too, bro. Like sometimes, you know, you can't help it, bro. I think this is the first time I've been in retention forever, bro. Like 30 days is my 31 days is my my highest record, bro. Yeah, bro, literally. So, you know, it's starting to get dark. I appreciate the views. I don't know who's watching this, but all I know is I'm gonna stay consistent. You know, I'm trying to make it to, you know, I said I'm not gonna bust a nut until I have $100,000 in my bank account, and I legitimately say that with all my heart. You know, I think that's the first step of getting shit right. You know, like if I can control my emotions, if I can control my body, my mental, my spiritual side of things, you know, the money is gonna come abundantly. It's gonna come out of nowhere, bro. But I'll keep you guys updated. You know, I'll rewatch these videos to keep myself motivated. You know, to keep the light on, man. Keep going, type thing. You know. And I hope this video just helps anybody out there that's struggling with retention. You know, that's thinking of depleting. That, you know, that you keep your head up, bro. That every day, bro, every day counts, homie. You know, every day you're gonna have ups and downs, kind of like the stock market. You know, there's ups and downs, bro. Imagine if life was just flatline, bro. That would be boring. There has to be a little bit of sadness. There has to be a little bit of excitement. There has to be a little bit of madness, mayhem, you know. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate it. Much love. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Is there anything you guys want to comment, bro? Just let me know. You know, I appreciate any motivation quotes. But with that being said, guys, peace. Soji Para here.